top stories, Premier Abiy loads ENDF's capacity to manufacture international standard products. And Rwandans react to reports on France's role in Tutsi genocide. Hello and many thanks for joining us. You're watching Addis News Hour with the news. I'm Tabitha John. Do stay with us. Empowering girls from the grassroots levels is said imperative to alleviate the chronic social problems women usually face. President Sahle-Work Zewde made the remark while she launched a new women empowerment program to be implemented in Ethiopian universities. Goshu Melissau tells you more.
Ethiopia is one of the few African countries whose cabinets are dominated by women. As the government articulates the immense role women could play in the society, manifold women-based activities are being underway in the country. The country's female president, Sahle-Work Zewde, Saturday launched one of the women empowerment schemes to be implemented in universities.
We have been thoroughly discussing with university presidents on how to make our universities favorable for women students. Our initial program consists of a few matters like tutorials. 5 universities will enjoy the program in the first round. We will add another 6 in the second round, so female students will get special support in 11 universities of the total 45. We have signed a memorandum of understanding with these universities to start the program. The mentorship program will span 2 years, benefiting 1,500 students.
The president also stressed the need to work at the grassroots level to address problems women are faced with.
There are lots of Ethiopian women scholars around the world working in higher positions. We tried to reach some of them, and they are willing to take part in mentorship, leadership training, as well as other projects for women. These women coming for mentorship inspire many of our female students. A lot of work has to be done at the grassroots level to alleviate the multifaceted problems women are facing.
In addition to the launching program, the president has visited hospitals and nursery centers in Harar and Redawa.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed today visited Homicho Ammunition Engineering Industry, one of the military production facilities of the Ethiopian defense industry sector. It specializes in producing a wide range of ammunition for use by the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, ENDF. After the visit, the Prime Minister wrote on his Facebook page that the Ethiopian National Defense Forces have begun to reform and strengthen their production capacity to maintain the country's sovereignty in a sustainable manner. Quote, the ENDF's capacity to manufacture international standard products and strengthen its readiness based on adequate research is evident. We will continue to build on these efforts, he added. The Federal Police Commission said 359 individuals have been arrested on suspicion of murder, illicit arms trade, and money laundering and auto theft. According to a statement the Commission issued yesterday, 135 of them were arrested on suspicion of having links with the attack committed by the TPLF group against the Ethiopian Defense Forces. The other 7 detainees are members of the Oromo Liberation Front OLF Shane group, it said. The suspects were arrested in a joint operation carried out with the Addis Ababa Police Commission last week. They are now under police investigation, the Commission said. Political parties have called on the National Electoral Board of Ethiopia to play a part in helping conduct free and democratic election. The board, for its part, says it is undertaking promising activities to make the election process free, fair, and democratic. Alula Teklamariam brings you up to speed.
Ethiopia's sixth general election is scheduled to be conducted in almost 2 months' time. Competing political parties are in the midst of election campaigns, promoting their alternative policies and strategies, and now calling the election board to play a role in conducting free, fair, and democratic elections.
In case of Metakel Zone, we learned that the government has identified some posts where elections have and have not taken place because of security issues. So what is your take on that? How will that be done? We know candidates of our party are not allowed to get registered. We know the registration includes only at the top level. So, what is the board doing to address this?
For example, people who are assigned by the Election Board of Ethiopia are giving training in connection with elections, but on the other side, these people are also appointed by the ruling Prosperity Party as a candidate in Afar region.
The National Election Board of Ethiopia has responded to their questions.
90% ማለት እችላለሁኝ በተለየ ሁኔታ የኦነግን ጉዳይ የኦብነግን ይቅርታ
In connection with the candidacy registration for the ONLF members, I can say 90% of our move was successful. We repeatedly met and discussed with the chairperson of the party in a special case. Thus, the party had its candidates registered in all zones, except the city zone. The case of Matakkal, actually, the command post is mandated to bring the full report and we are waiting for that. However, we can also hold discussions with our election executives to follow up the case. Regarding the issue of impartiality of the election executives, there is no doubt that we will discuss their license if we come across such party member.
የመተከል ነገር command postum.
It is learned that the board and other stakes made an allocation of airtime and space in the broadcast and print media organizations respectively, with an intention of promoting their policies and strategies.
ባለፈውም ይሄ አየር ድልድሉን ተቃውሞ አንስተን ነበር.
As a prosperity party, we expressed and are expressing our opposition toward the airtime allocation. 5% is not enough for us. We believe it is unfair. So, there should be an improvement.
በጣም ትንሽ ነው ለኛ unfair ነው
5% ጉዳይ ማለት ነው ብልጽግናም ያው እንደገለጸው
Even though Prosperity Party opposes this motion, we believe that it is quite fair and that there will not be any other change in this regard.
አውጥተን አውርደን የወሰነው ነው
In business news, creating wider market linkage between small-scale micro-enterprises and industrial parks is said to be critical to secure more foreign currency. The second-round business-to-business fair has kicked off at Bolilemi Industry Zone. Habtamu Ashagri presents the story as follows.
Lead Bank cooperatively with the Industrial Parks Development Corporation is taking Industrial Parks Development Corporation Competitiveness and Job Creation Project initiative. The project is providing necessary items of machinery and technical assistance to over 31 micro and small-scale enterprises. As part of this move, the second-round business-to-business fair opened in Bolilemi Industrial Park. Speaking on the occasion, Industrial Parks Development Corporation Competitiveness and Entrepreneur Director General Unatu Wadajo said the fair is critical to create market linkage between enterprises.
በተለያየ የምርትና ያገልግሎት ዘርፍ በማሸጊያ በህትመት በጥበቃ በካተሪንግ በተለያየ አገልግሎት በጉምሩክ ማስተላለፍ እና ፎርዋርዲንግ
Over 31 small and medium scale enterprises are participating in this fair. These enterprises have been participating in laminating, printing, security, catering and payment forwarding among other fields. The objective of this event is to improve their service as well as to create market linkage with investors and purchasers in industrial parks.
The Bolilemi Industrial Park Director General Tinsaye Man for his part said business-to-business event is vital to create market linkage between foreign and domestic investors.
If small and medium enterprises create market linkage with experienced companies, they can bring competitive products by improving the quality of the product. They can also produce quality and competitive products that qualify for the international market. They will have also wider market access.
Participants told ETV that the B2B event brings advantage to create market linkage with other foreign companies. The first B2B event was organized in Hawassa Industrial Park, and further B2B activities will be underway in the near future. It was learned.
Two stories from international sources. France bears, quote, heavy and overwhelming responsibilities over the 1994 Rwandan genocide, a report by French historians says. The expert commission presented the report to French President Emmanuel Macron. The report said France had been, quote again, blind to genocide preparations. Kasahun Jane has more from Africa News.
Rwandans visiting the Kigali Genocide Memorial react to the publication of a report Friday on France's Ruin Day Nations 1994 Genocide and Atrocity against the Tutsi ethnic group. The report, based on research led by historian Vincent Duclerc, concludes there had been a failure on the party of France and the former leader Francois Mitterrand. Paul Hambumugisa, another visitor to the museum, seems a bit more positive about the report.
We were afraid to go to France to follow all activities from France because they ignore what they did to participate in genocide. But now if they are accepting, it means that friends are going to be our friends.
Although the report states that France bears overwhelming responsibilities for the genocide, it claims that there was no evidence Paris was complicit in the slaughter of around 800,000 people, mainly of the Tutsi minority. John Ruko Rabioma, member of the parliament for the Rwandan Patriotic Front, believes that after all the time that has passed, this is finally a good move forward.
It would have been even much better if France had come out openly and given the whole story as it was. Okay? Having said that, to see even what came out today, as I said, it is a positive move in the right direction.
Rwanda's foreign ministry said the results from the country's own investigation commissioned in 2017 be released in the coming weeks to complement and enrich this latest report.
The report is still lacking, because we know the whole story. And I'm looking forward for the report that will be given by the Rwandan government that was commissioned in 2017. I'm sure it will have more facts that were not really explored in the French report.
Former Tutsi rebel and Rwandan president since the year 2000, Paul Kagame, has maintained for decades the role of France in the genocide, and only time will tell if relations between the two countries following this report will improve.
And finally to Egypt. A 249-meter-long cargo ship ran aground in the Suez Canal on March 23rd. Lodged sideways in the narrow waterway, the blockage has already stalled hundreds of commercial vessels from proceeding to their destinations. Find out why the maritime traffic jam could have serious ramifications for global trade. Take a look at CGTN's video. You're watching Addis News Hour. A quick reminder of today's headlines. Premier Abiy loads ENDF's capacity to manufacture international standard products. And Rwandans react to report on France's role in Tutsi genocide. And that's all we had for now. I'm Tabitha John. Many thanks for watching. Goodbye.